That is a live look at Wilmington, North Carolina, getting hit so hard right now. Hurricane Florence has made landfall just north of there in Wrightsville, North Carolina. And moments ago, I spoke with the head of FEMA, Brock Long, about the emergency efforts underway right now. And we are joined now by the director of FEMA, Brock Long. Mr. Long, thank you for joining us this morning. I know you've been working day and night. What's your biggest concern right now?
Florence is doing exactly as the forecasters told us. We're seeing storm surge. We're seeing the ocean rise 9 feet. We're seeing battering winds that are coming in. The power's going out. I'm mostly concerned about the people that live in the back bay and inlet areas that chose not to evacuate or heed warnings. So there's going to be a lot of storm surge flooding back there. And unfortunately, if I understand correctly, high tide is going to hit later today. Which will only increase the amount of flooding that we're currently seeing.
How satisfied were you with how many people did get out?
You know, speaking with our partners, Director Mike Sprayberry, who's a phenomenal state director in North Carolina, they feel like they had fairly good evacuation participation rates. But unfortunately, with any evacuation, history's told us that sometimes people refuse to evacuate for whatever reason. But, you know, this storm just basically typifies the reason why we ask people to be prepared and please. We can't replace lives. We can always replace all this infrastructure that's going to be damaged.
We know this is going to unfold for several days. Fair to say that flooding, greatest danger?
Well, right now, the storm surge and the winds would be the greatest danger. That's coastal flood inundation. But here's what's unique about this storm. It's going to be with us, as you said, for several days. As it moves inland, you're going to start to see rainfall, not measured in inches, but measured in feet. You know, some of the areas could see 30 to 40 inches isolated amounts, in feet of rain over the course of several days. And if you look at the forecast, this hook back to the northeast, anybody on the right side of that track better be prepared for a lot of rainfall. So West Virginia, the mid-Atlantic states are not off the hook, and they need to be doing everything they can right now to prepare for a lot of rainfall in the coming days.
We know that in a disaster like this, it takes a coordinated effort, federal, state, local, everybody doing their part?
Absolutely. This is a team effort. What we've got behind me are the dedicated staff of FEMA, the dedicated staff of the federal workforce. This is the night shift behind me. These guys have been going all night. They'll go off shift here in a matter of hours, but they've been working with the strong governors of South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, as well all the way up to Delaware, and the state emergency management agencies. And the emergency management, when it goes really well, is locally executed, state managed, and federally supported. So our goal here at FEMA is to make sure that we are meeting the response and recovery goals of the governors, what they put forward.
And Mr. Long, yesterday we all saw President Trump's tweets questioning the death toll in Hurricane Maria. Of course, you were on point for Hurricane Maria for the FEMA as well, also falsely claiming that Democrats were responsible for an inflated death toll. Is that the official position of FEMA?
So here's the official position of FEMA. One death is a death too many. We work every day. We have an entire group of people that put out billions of dollars worth of grants to do preparedness, to do education, to do training, to do exercise. It's unfortunate, as I said, we can't replace any lives, and we work every day to try to prevent that. The problem is that we don't have a true culture of preparedness in this country, that we all have to work together. It's going to take more than FEMA. It's going to take the Department of Education. It's going to take grassroots efforts to educate people about the hazards of where they live. The narrative about Puerto Rico that's frustrating to me is that billions of dollars, an estimated $120 billion is about to go into the Commonwealth. What America needs to concentrate on, what politicians need to concentrate on, what the media needs to concentrate on is how do we build a better, more resilient Puerto Rico, a more economically viable Puerto Rico, one where the infrastructure is not allowed to crumble and rot, which I believe leads to a multitude of deaths over time. Anytime you have an event, even in this event that we're just seeing with Florence, sometimes, or history would tell us that the indirect deaths associated once a storm's passed continue to escalate. People fall off their roof trying to fix it. People have car wrecks because the stoplights are out. You see statistics like spousal abuse go up. FEMA knows all this. These guys behind us, the official word from FEMA is, we work every day to try to save lives, and we do the best that we can.
Keep doing that work. Mr. Long, thanks very much.
Thank you, George. I appreciate you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.